What is up, good people all across America and good people of this world? Matthew here. So, before I say what I'm about to say, please know I am not saying anything as if I'm a victim. Everything I did to myself. I'm not crying or complaining. I'm just trying to explain things so people can see exactly what it is I've been dealing with. And also, my father, you know what I mean? Like they say, the son pays for the sins of the father. And my father, you know what I mean? He left behind a huge mess. And because of that, I went from living in a house in Glendale, Arizona, where I had everything, to living in a modular home with no working kitchen, no hot water, no heat except for a space heater that you see right there in the corner. And living more uncomfortable than when I was homeless. You know what I mean? It was much, much more comfortable when I was out there in the streets being homeless because all I had to worry about was myself. I didn't have all this material stuff. But anyway, while I was in the shower, the freezing cold shower, getting ready for church, I was like thinking, like, there's one thing that I know in this life, dude. Like, help is not coming. You know what I mean? Like, anytime I've ever asked for help, I've ended up regretting it. So, and I'm like, someday I'm going to make a meme, dude, with like a man holding onto a branch, totally engulfed in flames, with like two fingers trying to hold onto the branch, where he's about to fall a few hundred feet to his death. Because that's what my life has been like. And I know I'm not the only one. You know what I mean? A lot of men out there know exactly what I'm talking about. When you're a man, you know what I mean? The last thing that is going to happen is, people are going to help you, especially if you're, well built and healthy looking, halfway healthy looking, at least physically. And, but anyway, yeah, but, yeah, I'm going to make that meme someday, dude. Like, oh man, it's like, dude, life, bro. You know what I mean? Life. Like, this is life on life's terms. My father, you know what I mean? He was a very, very selfish man. He was a deep thinker, but he was selfish to his core, dude. I loved him. But, well, not again, yeah, he was. But he was a control freak, which like a lot of police officers are. And, like I said, I wouldn't change anything, I really wouldn't. Because I've learned a lot of valuable and great, lessons that I'm very grateful that I've learned. You know what I mean? None of it broke me. Believe me, it brought me to the brink of my own destruction. And, I basically got one foot over the line right now, but, my other foot is following. So I'm not crying and I'm not complaining, but, I will get past this. But what I was thinking is I want to start a charity called I Need Help. You know what I mean? I don't mean like when people go out to the streets and they try to help drug addicts and, 20, 25 years battling drug addiction. I know I've been in the streets. I've been at the top and at the bottom. I mean, and you can't help somebody that is, and this is coming from a person that was hopelessly addicted to heroin, who shot heroin like a savage for the better part of 21 years. And then after that, I sniffed fentanyl pills at an utterly disgusting level, dude. 30 to 50 of them a day for over 2 years straight. And yeah, so I'm speaking from experience. And you know what I mean? Like, no, you can't help people like that. Like I said in another video, God helps those who help themselves. So like, I want to start a charity, dude, for people that are truly need help. You know what I mean? That are worthy of help, that you can tell are genuinely honest. You know what I mean? They've ridded themselves of whatever, their shortcomings, alcoholism, drug addiction, whatever it is. You know what I mean? And they truly need help. You know what I mean? And and that might sound arrogant or whatever. Cool. Judge me harshly, but I'm speaking from experience, dude. I've seen it. There's people that will just waste everybody's time. Me, I need help, knowing they're going to take the money you give them and go stick it in their arm, or, drink it down, or smoke it in a pipe, or whatever, dude. Go get a prostitute or whatever it is. Waste it, use it. You know what I mean? And then that gets people to the point where they don't want to help anybody. But, yeah, so I'm going to actually start this charity. I got my house sold on December 31st for, I wanted to remodel the house, but because nobody wants to work here in New York, you know what I mean? That's what happens. Everybody that wants to work is already working, and everybody else just wants to lay up. And when the government gives everything away for free, what do you expect? The handful, I ran 2 ads on Craigslist, and the only people that replied were people from all the way over in Newburgh, and every single one of them didn't have licenses, and it just wasn't financially, it didn't make any sense. I wouldn't be able to drive, just picking them up and dropping them off in a 3,500 truck, just in the diesel fuel alone, it would bankrupt me. So, But as far as finding somebody in this town that wants to work, it's been damn near impossible. I've asked around, I've asked tons of people, and it's just like, and I don't blame them. I don't blame them. Everybody that's, that is either working for someone else or they're working for themselves. So they want to, I don't blame them. But, it is what it is. I will get through it. But yeah, I'm going to start that charity. I'm going to take the $50,000 that I have for the house and I'm going to put it towards the charity. And, it's been my plan the entire time. When I was 25, I told my father, I said, dude, you got all this material stuff, man. You never paid a dime of child support. I was like, in my head, dude, I was like, I want to start contracting companies with all your stuff so I can hire other kids, younger guys, men and women that came up the hard way and give them opportunity. But with my father's personality, he was like, no, 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 no. Like, you know what I mean? Like he had all this stuff, backhoes and mason dumps and car carriers and diesel trucks and, just every kind of tool you can think of, and never made a dime with it, never made a dollar with it because, he had a, pension coming in and all this other stuff. And, he would do side jobs every once in a while as an electrician. But not even that. He didn't even do that often. So, but yeah, so from that day forward, when he denied me once again, I was like, you know what? When you die, I'm going to take all this and I'm going to use it to make this world a better place. So that has been, I made a promise to God about that, and so that has been my intentions the entire time. But yeah, things haven't gone as easy as I thought. You know what I mean? Like his house caught fire and burnt down, and despite the insurance company finding the cause of the fire, they refused to release it, and then they hired a high-powered team of lawyers to pay out pennies on the dollar. And, they did everything in their power to try to break me down, knowing that I just lost my father, that my mother was in congestive heart failure, and that I just lost, everything that, I set to inherit that was in that house. And then 60% of everything that I owned was in that house. And they knew that. Plus a lot of, I'm not going to even go into that, but yeah, pretty much everything, the overwhelming majority of everything that I spent all those years working for went up in that fire, Anyway, that's a whole nother story. But yeah, I'm gonna start that charity, dude. I need help. You know what I mean? Not to help myself because I'll get past it by then, but to help other people that genuinely need help. You know what I mean? Like I'm not just gonna give handouts. You know what I mean? Like no, you're gonna have to break down the story, and I'm gonna have to see you ain't full of shit. You ain't full of shit. You know what I mean? I'm talking about real ones, people that ain't wasting people's time. You know what I mean? People that really want to change and get to a place so they can help others. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. Peace. Everyone enjoy their Sunday. I'm going to church. Adios.